Hi. Good to see you.
You too. Come through. Welcome to Blossom. Hey, Kobbie.
Hi, Tamara.
Thank you for coming today. Very
Thanks
last
for having
minute.
me.
But I'm
Yeah,
glad you actually, I don't see you on social media. I don't see you
No,
as far from the time when you and I actually doing business together. The rest of the time you're
I
just
like
kind
to
of
stay in
behind.
the background.
Why
yeah.
is that?
I'm not someone that likes to be seen. I like to do things in the background. I like the work to speak for itself.
But you've been doing a lot of work.
A lot of work.
A lot of work. So let's dive into it. So today, usually I step into your world. Today you're actually in my world in terms of flowers.
It's a bit
It's different.
scary, yes. I don't know how to...
I'll take it easy. I'll take it easy on you. So what do you know about flowers?
Not much.
At all?
Although
You appreciate them,
all this, I appreciate flowers. Yeah.
So I know, obviously, at the moment you have two businesses, or probably more than that.
More than that.
Okay.
Maybe.
The ones that I patronize is your restaurant, which we'll come into in a second, and then you're diving into landscaping.
Yes.
So talk me through that, because I think that has some similarities in terms of
So
what
with
we're doing.
landscaping, obviously, I'm a developer.
Okay.
So
Real
we have
estate.
a real estate developer.
Fine. Okay.
So we had this project that we were working on that didn't go as planned. Construction didn't go as planned. So we lost time. We had to like demolish and rebuild. And in that time, I was thinking to myself, we've already lost 2 years. If we have to plant trees and wait another how many years for them to grow, it's going to be a problem. So in order to make up for lost time, I decided for this project to import mature trees.
Okay.
And that's what got this business started. I had a landscaper who unfortunately passed away. And when we brought the shipment in and we planted them, and the site was looking good because of the mature trees, she would go to meetings with new clients and show them what she was working on. And clients started asking how they could also get their hands on it. And
So it wasn't necessarily planned. You
it wasn't planned.
Fell
at
into
all.
it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. So I've seen your work. Love your work. Love working with
Thank you.
So today I wanted to just kind of talk you through flowers and how we kind of operate as a floral business at Blossom. So everything that you see here is imported flowers. We have a combination of things from Kenya, South Africa, and Amsterdam. So your trees come from where? Because you and I, we touch base business-wise because we go through the same headaches.
Yeah, so from India, from Spain, a bit from Thailand as well.
So you're dealing with the logistics
so
of shipping them in?
Yeah, 5 different countries. So it's
Does that mean
a
you
lot.
physically have to go yourself?
I mean, I like to. Initially, I like to go meet the suppliers, talk to them face to face, build face to face, and build some kind of relationship with them. So they can basically for them to put face to the name. Yes.
Got it. Okay. Well, yeah. So I mean, I know you and I deal quite a lot with imports.
Yes.
And the stresses of imports.
It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
It's not. Yeah. But I mean, I love the outcome, and I think that gives us both great satisfaction when it's all done. Right?
Yeah. So definitely, I love to see customers come in, just like I'm sure you do.
Same.
Customers come in and they buy their flowers for you or their bouquets, and for us, though. There goes my truck there, taking trees.
Literally?
Yes, literally. I knew they were going to go past.
Look at that. Okay.
And I mean, it's always nice to drive past and see, houses looking great because they have mature trees and plants.
Love it. So the same thing. So you're beautifying the outdoor and we're beautifying the indoor space. Yes. So today we're going to do an arrangement in our fishbowl. We've pre-selected different types of greens, the floral aspects
Some
of it.
of which I haven't even seen before.
I know, you came in and you're like, this is foxtail. So this is actually foxtail. I mean, I think on landscaping you would see this outside, but then we're going to use a little bit of this.
I've never seen it used indoors before.
Technically we can. So a little bit of here and there. So let's start with the greens. So you have your cutters, you have a pair there. So when you're actually cutting your any type of flower, you always have to cut them at an angle, not straight. It actually helps the flower actually drink water once it goes in.
We're starting with these,
we're gonna start with these. Let me pass some of them to you. So now, besides the landscaping, then you dive a little bit into hospitality in terms of restaurants.
Yeah, I mean, so I like to tell people that there are a lot of synergies in like the businesses within our group.
Okay.
So the restaurant came about so the restaurant Kanvas is actually in one of our developments,
Yes,
which
in
is
Osu.
Picasso. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
That also was not planned. I had a space that I was going to use as additional parking under the building.
Okay.
And, one of my suppliers came in and was asking what I was using the space for, and I said, "Oh, it's supposed to be
For parking.
And she was like, "You could use this as a cafe," and that was like an aha moment. I'm like, I love food. I love going out
yes,
to
I'm
eat.
a foodie as well.
So
and I love
I'm a
your
foodie.
food. I love the jollof.
So yeah, I decided I was gonna turn it into a restaurant. It took me maybe 3 years. The building opened before the restaurant.
Okay.
Because one thing about me is I never want to do anything rushed. I want to do everything properly.
Yeah.
Even before we opened, so I brought in an executive chef from South Africa.
Yep.
And what I told him was that we're not going to open until the food is like
100%.
100%. If it's not good enough for me, it's not good
True.
for it to put out there.
True.
So I think we trained the staff for 6 months before we opened. And I think it paid off because people would come in and, people loved the food and the creativity behind.
I was gonna say, because it's like you had I think my go-to was your jollof, which you had with those coconut milk, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
okay, so explain how that menu was actually developed and because it is quite a creative menu. Not too much, but I love the combinations of things in there.
Yeah, so I wasn't really involved with the curation of the menu.
You were just involved in the tasting.
Yeah, in the tasting. But one thing I know is that my executive chef, Gavin, didn't want to stray too much from what Ghanaians were used to.
Okay.
So he tried to put a twist on the normal dishes that you would find at other restaurants, our twist to it. And then he also decided to experiment with some meals. For example, I remember there was our first menu, there was a breakfast item that was croissant with a steak and plantain, which was very unusual.
Okay.
You would never think
I didn't try that one.
things, those things go together. So it was also, I guess it was interesting to see people's reactions to like the really quirky things, combinations. And I think that's what people grew to love about Kanvas, the creativity and also not trying to do too much out of the ordinary. So I think it was a good balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now you took a break.
Yes.
You're opening up
in 2 weeks.
Okay. Same menu?
We're thinking of doing things differently this time. So focusing more on tapas, small plates, and then are we moving on?
Yeah, we're gonna move on.
Small plates, and then doing all-day brunch on the weekends.
On the weekend. So you're gonna open 7 days a week?
Actually, it's gonna be Wednesday to Sunday. So Wednesday to Friday will be tapas and cocktails.
Yep.
And then Saturdays and Sundays will be all day, like your mains, your tapas, breakfast.
So you're opening at what time, breakfast-wise?
Yes.
8. Oh?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So I know a lot of times people think flowers are more feminine based than masculine. So today when I was selecting, I was trying to think of things
that were more masculine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've been quite intentional in my
Do
selection.
I just put these anywhere?
So there's no
right or wrong way of doing
So we're building, wherever you feel.
So for you, what I know you've always been into, obviously you have Lionheart and you've been into Floral arrangements and floral for a long time. What made you decide to open Blossom? You had started Blossom a while ago.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of funny, but I think a lot of times business is like that, right? Especially when you're like an entrepreneur. It wasn't planned, same as yours. Lionheart was very planned. But what was happening was when I first started, I started doing all the arrangements myself. And when we were done with events, you would find that our customers will still come back and say, oh, you know, I love the flowers you did for the wedding. I love the flowers you did for the birthday party. Can you do the same thing for, you know, we're having people over, or I want a weekly subscription. So that's how we actually started up.
With a weekly subscription.
On the weekly, delivering to people's houses, delivering to the hotels.
Nice.
And just, yeah, just by chance. So, I mean, for me, it was like, okay, we're doing it anyway. You know, let me employ people, let me train them.
And do it as a
and
business.
then do it, yeah.
Like full time.
And then we were running that for close to about 6 years or so. And then after that, we just thought I had this space, my mom actually had this space. And we thought to
open it up as
renovate,
a store.
open it up, and yeah, and then open Blossom. We obviously have the retail under Home by TJ, and that's just based off of, I love to travel, I love sourcing things.
So you decided
so I started to just add.
Curate.
Exactly, just be very intentional in terms of things that we're purchasing, things that we're creating ourselves. And I find that it just works. I mean, people come here, and timing is also very important. I think post-COVID, and I'm sure even with your business, you know this, people will spend more time at home. They wanted to beautify their spaces a lot more. So we wanted to also offer things that they didn't have to necessarily get on a plane. They could come and pick up, you know, and enjoy it in their own spaces.
Okay. So in the time that you were doing it from, I don't know, before Blossom opened, where were you keeping, I'm just curious to know where you were keeping the flowers, because I know.
So we had a smaller cold room, much smaller. It wasn't even, nothing compared to what at Lionheart, yeah. Okay. So much smaller space. And then once we decided we're gonna put the investment in it, then we actually, you know, gutted this out.
Okay.
Took about 18 months in terms of renovation.
Okay.
And then actually
so a lot of planning.
A lot of planning, a lot of traveling, a lot of planning, a lot of what you call them sourcing as well, you know. But because a lot of our items under Home by TJ are also created, it's a lot of design work as well. Okay. You know, so. But
do you have help with that, or you do?
I do. Yes, I do. I have a very solid team. It's not all me. I can't lie. Okay. And yeah, I mean, I think it's really people understanding your vision and believing in it.
Executing.
Yeah. But your team is also quite fantastic, I must say.
Yeah, but you know, that's one thing
you're stressing out.
Yeah, that's one thing that stresses me out is dealing with staff sometimes.
It is. I'm not. It's one of those things where I think if you understand, not that we're accepting it, but it comes with the territory. I'm always a believer in teaching. You know, a lot of times when you ask these questions, you realize they haven't had the exposure to what you and I would have had the exposure to. So you can't even technically get mad. It's literally,
you just have to have the patience.
You have to have the patience to teach.
You know,
you really do. And it's I think it's grace, patience, endurance. You persevere.
Well, how is it going so far?
I'm loving it. I mean, we haven't even been open a year. We definitely have our ups and downs, not gonna like any business. But I love the fact that it's one thing, I'm sure you can relate to, sourcing things is complicated, right?
It is very complicated.
But then when you're
especially
there,
when you're dealing with different.
But when you're there, you're almost picking for yourself, right? Then you have to think, okay, if I'm buying this, how do I know somebody's actually gonna appreciate it?
Yeah.
So you almost have to think for others and trying to understand, what does this person want? Will this person appreciate? So those are the.
I know exactly what you're talking about, because sometimes when I'm for Briari, when I'm picking out or sourcing for plants, I'll do my research to like figure out like, does this work here? Will it survive here? Will people like it? So oftentimes I find myself, you know, maybe not. I'm trying to take the risk, but I don't want to overdo it. Yeah. So I'll end up.
It's a lot of thinking.
Yeah. I'll end up ordering like a small quantity, and then
just to test it out.
The next thing you know, it's all gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing, same challenge here. But no, I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah.
So we're more or less done.
It's looking great. I never thought I could.
So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna give you the protea because these. So you're asking me what these are. So these are king protea. They're actually from South Africa, and I need your help with this because it's a very hardy stem.
It's very interesting.
It is. It's stunning. I mean, you don't need a lot, but it does its job. It doesn't compete with anything either. So I'm putting that in last because I wanted to also be the showstopper in the arrangement. So yeah, let's go ahead and trim it. Not too
Tell me
long.
where to
Here.
cut it. All right.
Yep. Angle. Yep. And then just let's put it in. Here. So there you go.
This is stunning.
This is stunning.
Where do I? Anywhere, right?
Anywhere. That's the last thing we'll put it in. So we're just building up. We're gonna keep on turning them around.
So what made you add the cafe bit to the store? Because you're dealing with you're dealing with that, like you're
as everything
basically
else.
Getting into the hospitality space as well.
You know, so with that, I think it was intentional. The space was there. We had extra space. Probably too much space to just do flowers or too much space to just do the retail. So it just started with just, okay, somebody's coming and they're doing a ram. It's taken us, 45 minutes to do this, 30 minutes. Would they want a cup of coffee while they're waiting? And then we just thought of things that, so the menu is very much things that I, from my childhood,
so you
my sandwiches,
curated the menu.
A lot of it, yeah.
And did the training yourself?
No, not the training. No,
okay.
Not the training. I mean, I know what my end result. Let's kind of put one somewhere here.
Okay.
What I wanted my end result to be, and that's kind of how I work towards it. But I'm never afraid to ask for help.
Okay.
So I'm not pretending that I know everything. So once I come up with idea, I will try and find the right
reach out to people who have the experience or.
Exactly.
How do I just
try and
push this in?
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
This looks
so
great.
that's your arrangement. I'm gonna jazz it up a little bit more on this side. Yeah. So these are just accents. You can put them in. There's one here, and then. Yeah. So any other plans in terms of expansion or anything like that for you?
Well, like I was telling you before, obviously people have a lot of questions in terms of like plants and what is the right plan to use in a certain space. So we're thinking of obviously doing more training and thinking of doing what do you call them, master classes, bringing experts in, because obviously we're always learning.
Yeah, yourself. You have
to. I know nothing about plants. I've had to learn on the job, so to speak. And my operations manager as well is also learning.
But you obviously have a passion for it, though.
I do.
But then that passion was developed, or do you think that passion was always there?
No, it was always there because I've always, for the plants business, I always felt like I've always known that landscaping. When you combine that landscaping with a well-designed and put together property, it just enhances it. So I just thought,
So are there developers that you're working with at the moment, or are you wanting people to approach you, or are you going to them?
A few developers
that you're collaborating with.
We're collaborating with. What I do tell people is that we don't do landscaping.
Okay.
We sell plants. We offer advice and.
Okay. All right. Fine. And there's a difference.
Yeah, because we have a lot of landscapers that are customers, and we don't want to. We just want to focus on.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
One thing.
So you're just providing the service.
Yes.
Get it? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
There are a lot of people that reach out to us and say, "Oh, can you come check out my garden? Can you do this?" But we always say, we sell plants. We can get a landscaper. So we have a pool of landscapers that we go to, and we'll say, "What's your budget?" Then recommend which landscaper we think is the best.
What's been the most challenging for you? What would you say? Besides staffing.
It's just plants, we've lost a lot of plants. Like I'm sure you experience that too. You bring flowers in, and you know, for one reason or another, they go bad. It's just that, and trying to get people to, Ghanaians, I think, aren't really, they're still warming up to the idea of like landscaping, like well done landscaping. So that's just the challenge, and people come to the nursery and make all types of comments, but you know, they obviously need some education, which is what we're trying to do.
Okay. Well, why do you think you haven't given up? I mean, if you were to bring in a shipment, I don't know, how many thousands and you lose all of it, why would you decide to still go on?
I mean, I guess you,
would be in my
over time, you develop the passion for it. I love being in the garden.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll just go, like when I'm feeling down or like I have nothing to do, I'll walk around the garden just.
And it uplifts you.
Yes, it is. Well, very
flowers
uplifting.
do the same thing. No, I love doing this with you. I didn't, you know, that's the other thing about arranging. You never know what's gonna, you know, turn out like once you start putting the things in, but I actually do love the combination. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for coming and being on camera.
Thanks for teaching me a bit or two about floral arrangements. This is nice. Yeah.
I love it. So guys, if you want beautiful landscape, mature plants, Kobbie's your guy.